Luke Hegarty, who's from the Country Fire Authority. Luke, thank you so much for your time. How bad is it right now?
Well, those conditions that we forecast yesterday and advised residents of East Gippsland and the tourists to that area as well to make the move yesterday to move to safety. Unfortunately, our greatest concerns have been realised today. We've seen 3 major fires continue to grow through that area, a number of new fires start as well, and we've now got the far eastern corner of our state at an emergency warning level of message that's basically telling residents and tourists alike in that area that it's now too late to leave. It's too dangerous for them to be on the roads tonight, and they need to move inside solid structures, houses and other buildings to protect themselves, as the fire front is likely to approach them shortly.
Look, I've been speaking to some of my own contacts in Australia over the past hour or so. They say they cannot remember in their lifetime such a massive evacuation order being given. We're talking about almost 30,000 people. You've also described the severity of the fires. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, please, that only in the past few days has Australia's army started to become involved in helping with fighting the fires. But do you think federal assistance also needed to help people leave in these large numbers?
The challenge that we had in East Gippsland over the last few days is that area sees a huge influx of tourists at this time of the year, taking the opportunity to get away for a summer holiday. So the key focus was not to evacuate those people en masse. It was about people making the decision for themselves as to whether they wanted to be in that area or not. Our very strong advice was that they should move away from that area, and the opportunity to do that was yesterday, because otherwise we were concerned that they would be threatened by the fires we're seeing today. We certainly know that we've got support from other states in the past. We've also seen federal support in the past, and we also have international support that's supporting into New South Wales and Queensland at the moment. So we do have good levels of support, and we have significant resources across Victoria that are supporting this firefight as well. Unfortunately, today is one of those days where it doesn't matter how many resources we have, how many aircraft we have fighting the fire or trucks on the ground. It was far too dangerous to put our firefighters in harm's way today and step in front of those fires. So they've moved back to safer locations today and focused on protecting our communities. And from tomorrow onwards, we'll start the hard work of trying to contain these fires, because they've grown significantly over the last 24 hours.
Have you ever seen anything like this during your time fighting fires? How much worse could it possibly get? We're only about, what, middle of the way through the normal fire season? That's right. We've seen significant dryness across the area where these fires are burning over 3 years of below average rainfall. We unfortunately suspected that a day like today was going to come as the fuels became drier and drier. We've seen a number of fires start over the last month or so as a result of dry lightning, so storms moving across the state with no rain with them, so they start new fires. That's what we've seen today. The area that we're talking about potentially covered by fire is certainly significant. It's up there with some of the largest fires we've seen in this state, but certainly the ferocity of these fires and the speed at which they've spread over the last week. We've had 2 major incidents where these fires have spread significantly under very strong winds. That's certainly something that is a challenge to us and something that we've not seen very often before. Luke, really appreciate the update. Thank you so much indeed. And obviously, stay safe. Luke Hegarty speaking to us from Victoria State.